Hello everyone, my name is TARDIsgirl and welcome to my channel. I've just come back from my uni ball and I'm absolutely bushed, which explains why I'm in pyjamas. But then I just quickly looked on YouTube and found the second trailer for His Dark Materials, the new HBO series coming out later this year. If you've seen my previous video, then you'd already know that this book series is my favourite book series of all time and space, and also that it's starring my favourite actor of all time and space. So I think it's kind of a foregone conclusion that I'm going to be watching this show religiously and, well, hopefully loving it, considering the actors and the team that's behind the creation of this show. I'm very excited to see the new trailer. I can't wait to see the creative vision they're going to take with this project. So without further ado, let's dive in.
You once asked me what evil was.
Oh, good start.
There are things that you're better off not understanding.
Got Egyptians.
I promised to do everything I
Oh,
could
is
to
that
protect
Pantalaimon?
Protect me from what?
Golden.
In every child's nightmare,
Oh my.
there's an element of truth.
Oh, but this is.
The powers of this world are very strong. They are stealing children. This is war.
There he is. Goodness.
Who is willing to fight for true freedom?
Oh my, this is.
Now is the time to choose a side.
Yes! Eric Bernison. Oh my goodness. They actually showed the demons. That's new. Okay, just like last time, I'm going to slow it down. I'm going to see whether I can pinpoint every single little last detail, because there is so much to unpack. And for once, unlike Star Wars or Marvel, I actually know what I'm talking about. This is a new and exciting feeling. Sorry if I sound a little hoarse, by the way. My predominant memory of the night has been screaming my head off to Toto's Africa, so...
You once asked me what
Okay.
evil was.
So first couple of shots, we've got what looks like this version of Oxford, or yes, Oxford, definitely. But already I'm liking the vision they're taking. Next, we've got Lord Asriel and his demon Stelmaria in the retiring room, and it very much looks like the scene where he's going to be showing the scholars the photogram slides and the head of Stanislaus Grumman. That's very important in book 2 and 3, and so I'm going to be very excited if they include this detail all the way back in season 1. It proves they're already planning ahead. Unlike some of the Harry Potter films, it'll be really good if they can start setting up things as they come in the story. They've got 8 episodes. I'm sure they'll be able to do justice to everything. Okay, we have our first major glimpse at Lyra, and Daphne Keane looks amazing in this role. I personally would have chosen Millie Bobby Brown, but I think she's definitely a close second. They're both really good at giving death stares.
There are things that you're better off not understanding.
Okay, the next scene, we've got Lord Asriel looking at the photogram slides, so you'd assume that would be all the pictures he's taken of the aurora and of dust. And then the next scene is him wondering, I think it's him, considering it's his voiceover, but we don't see a leopard. But I think it's him wandering through an Inuit cave or somewhere up in Svalbard. So we're going to be continent hopping quite a lot in this show. And hopefully parallel dimension hopping as well, though let's wait until seasons 2 and 3 for that.
I promised to do everything I could to protect you.
Protect me?
Okay, next we've got the Egyptian narrowboats with what looks like Mar Costa's hawk demon and possibly Pantalaimon as well. And they're heading off to the roping, which is the massive Egyptian meeting that they have to decide whether they're going to save the children at Bolvangar. That looks beautiful. That shot is absolutely gorgeous. And then we have our first real glimpse at Pantalaimon as an ermine, and he is beautiful. I was quite worried when I saw the first trailer because they seem to have omitted all the demons, but no, here he is in all his glory. And just like with the film, they don't exactly look photorealistic. He doesn't look like a proper ermine, but he does look so adorable. Let's hope the CG is great for all of the demons. Stelmaria already looked brilliant. Now we have Clark Peters as the Master, and he's probably telling Lyra about the dangers she's going to encounter before he gives her the alethiometer. Let's see whether they actually keep the plot point of the Master poisoning Lord Asriel instead of Frau Pavel, like it was in the film.
Protect me from what? In every child's nightmare, there's an element of truth.
Okay, now we have our first glimpse within the trailer of Mrs. Coulter, played by Ruth Wilson, with her demon golden monkey beside her. The demon monkey is a very interesting character because we never hear him speak except once in the books. We never hear his name, although Philip Pullman has sort of confirmed that it's Ozymandias, which I think is a very good name for that monkey. And I'm very excited to see Ruth Wilson play the character. I think she's going to be great. And now another look at Bolvangar, with one of the children being sent to the guillotine. There really is no other way to put it. It's being sent to the guillotine. And I love the way they're portraying Bolvangar, but I also hate it because, well, instead of being sterile and hospital-like in the film, it's like a warehouse. It's a grimy industrial warehouse. That's even more of a scary aesthetic. And oh god, this little scene here where you can see the child inside the demon cages, that's horrifying. Oh god. That sequence in the book, the sequence where Lyra's in Bolvangar, makes me very uncomfortable, so I can only imagine what the TV show's going to be like. Oh.
The powers of this world are very strong. They are stealing children. This is war.
We have Lyra in Oxford. I'm assuming it's Oxford. Possibly, it's a little hard to tell where that is, but I'm thinking the headquarters of the Magisterium, so possibly Marisa Coulter in the middle in pink, and then Frau Pavel, maybe, and an agent of the Consistorial Court of Discipline, I'd assume, or the Magisterium. I'm not sure which character this is yet, but the bird overhead seems to be his demon. Next we have Mrs. Coulter in front of some sort of army. They look very industrialised, and so it's kind of hard to tell whether these are meant to be the Samoyeds, but it'll be interesting to see how they portray all the different armies and wars and battles within this TV series when compared to the book. But not compared to the film, because the film never had a chance. I'm assuming that's Roger. And then that there is James Cosmo as Varda Coram. We don't get a glimpse of his demon, Sophonax. But then the next shot is of the one, the only, Lee Scoresby, played by Lin-Manuel Miranda. I cannot tell you how excited I am for this portrayal.
Who is willing to fight for true freedom?
Next shot, I'm assuming those dirigibles belong to the Magisterium. They have that official-looking seal at the top. They look very organised, very military, so that's going to be horrible. This would be Lord Asriel in the retiring room with the scholars, giving his presentation about the Aurora. The revolutionary aspect here is quite lacking in the books. It was a very academic, thought-out discussion, so it'll be interesting to see how they're portraying it in the TV show. More images of what I'm assuming is the Samoyeds. Now, that butterfly demon, or beetle demon, I'm assuming that's Adele Starminster, because her demon was a butterfly. Or, it's a little early, but the only other character that had an insect demon was Father Gomez in Book 3, but like I said, it's a bit early for him to be showing up. Unless they change another character's demon within the mythos, they could be changing Lord Boreal's demon to a beetle instead of a snake, so we'll have to see. Our first shot of Lee Scoresby's balloon, that thing looks amazing. Next, a doctor in Bolvangar. I'm not too sure what's happening here, but I'm assuming the nurse has had intercision performed on her, and that's why she's kind of in a trance, and the doctor's like snapping her out of it. That's my best guess. We have Lyra being, oh, I hate to use these words, but being experimented on for dust. That looks very freaky. And someone being chucked out of a window. Still nothing, no defenestration in the books. It could be the scene where Yorick Bernison is tearing apart the town at Trollesund looking for his armour. Though, like I said, this is mainly just guesswork. Then first massive paw of Yorick Bernison, one of my favourite characters in the whole series.
Now is the time to choose a side.
Okay, obviously this scene is taking place just after they nearly performed intercision on Lyra, because she's wearing the blue hospital anorak or whatever it is. God, I do not look forward to that episode at all. It's going to be harrowing. And then Yorick Bernison. He doesn't look like he did in the movies. His fur's not polar bear white, but maybe they're taking a different route and redesigning the bears this time. Either way, he looks incredible, and the CGI is beautiful, flawless, as far as I can see. So, and final shot, Lord Asriel in front of what looks like his own demon cages. Oh dear. I don't know how I feel about this ending, because Lord Asriel's a great character, but he's also really irredeemable, and James McAvoy's a great actor, but he's also playing a really irredeemable villain. It's going to be a tough one. I know I'm going to end up rooting for him, even though he does some pretty horrible stuff, like sacrificing Roger. So that was the second trailer. As you can probably tell, I loved it. I loved analysing it and diving into every single little detail because, like I said, I actually have a little bit of background knowledge behind me this time. They said coming soon. Oh, they don't give us a date. The tease! But I'm assuming they usually show a teaser trailer about 6 months before, so I'm assuming it'll be sometime September, October, maybe November. I'm waiting for the day when they show us the date of when it's coming. I can't tell for certain whether it's going to do the book justice just from this little preview, but I certainly hope it does. I really want them to do the book justice. So thank you all so much for watching this video. Sorry for my hoarseness of voice, but I'll try and up the sound a bit so you can hear. And I shall see you all soon. Bye-bye!